Yo, what is up? How's it going? Let's see who we got in here. We got Silver in the house. Appreciate that. I need to get back on StreamYard so I can share these chats on screen. What's up, Grumpy? How you doing? Give us some ACH action. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, can you guys hear me now? Last stream we had a audio problem. I think I fixed it, so I think we're good. What do you think about Definitive Edge? I think $5 is reachable. It's only a billion market cap for that coin. Edge. I don't know if we've looked at that one before. Yeah, we got 14 people in here. Are we back? Are we back? Let's see. Yeah, we'll look at Edge. Let me make sure I got everything good to go here. What's up, Cryptic Jarrett? Cryptic Jared. I think I always call you Cryptic Jarrett. I don't know why. Okay, let's look at Edge. Edge for the win. Yeah, someone let me know if the sound is all okay. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me double check. Yeah, I think we're good. It's on Solana. I wonder if I can reach half its all-time high. All right, we'll look at it. Oh, Gari Network. I'm pretty sure we've looked at Gari Network before. Edge. Definitive Edge. Okay, this one's on Coinbase. Holy crap. Did we look at this last? When did we look at this last? Let's see here. So last time we looked at Edge, low to the high to the low on the chart, the Coinbase chart. I'm gonna have to see if there's an older chart. Let me see real quick. Kraken, Coinbase. Oh, there's a Gate.io chart. Maybe that's the better one. Maybe not. We'll just stick with the Coinbase chart. Wait, here. This is what I'm looking for. Let's see what this is. All right, this is the chart. Oh wow, hold on. All right, we're gonna go with the overall chart on Edge. Yeah, this thing's bullish right now. This thing's going. Yeah, some of these coins are gonna go and top out early. Yeah, this one came right up to the new high. From the high to the low, weekly chart, went completely sideways. That's a good looking chart, just completely sideways. Then started putting in the higher lows, and then it just blasted out of here. So it did wick above and get stuck at the 1272 at about 84. You said, can it go to $5? I think that's what you said. Let's see. Audio, video good. I appreciate that, my man. Okay, ACH and Gari. Let me finish this one real quick. I mean, this thing's already up. What is it up? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm trying to get my mind wrapped around this stuff again. Oh, man, you just did a 12x. So what more do you want? Yeah, if you were in down here in this accumulation, you just got yourself a 12x. So can it hit $5? It's only a billion market cap. If it stays bullish here, that's going to be what? That's going to take you with a large wick above the 1618. I would say moonshot. I mean, from the bottom there, that's a 70x. So maybe not. Just be careful. You hit the new high and you got stuck. And you got a 12x, so that may be it. Short term on Edge. Let's see here. Let's see what we're going to see. Now we'll pull this up. Yeah, I got off early today. Thought I was working a full 12-hour shift, and we only worked half of it, and it was over. I would say as long as it's over 50 cents, it's considered bullish. Yeah. If it can stay over 50, then it may get over 84 and then go up $1.27 to $2. So I would say if you're lucky on edge, if it stays bullish, then if I could get anything to work right, yeah, you may get another 3x out of it up to about $2, 2.30. ACH really quick. ACH is probably doing nothing, which I want it to. I want it to wait for me. Make sure yeah, we're good. Yeah, ACH is doing nothing. It's still in the same spot. We're still going sideways. We're still bullish macro-wise on it. Very bullish uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. If I had the funds, I would get in right now. It may pull back again, but it is getting stuck at the moment. But you're below the 382, so macro-wise, our red box is still into play. I believe that's a double 382. So pretty much 2 to 2.5 pennies it has to break. And then you can be short-term bullish at least on it. But it's doing nothing. It's going sideways. But I still think ACH is going to be a very good play. Very good bullish chart. High on this one, just like that other coin we just saw, just shot up to the high. Or a new high. This one up to 50 cents is going to be a 22.5x. So ACH, and you have the stock RSI trying to reset down here, and you do have bullish divergence. Bullish and divergence on the macro monthly stock RSI, which we see on a lot of different coins. So these coins are getting ready to go. It's just taking forever. Let me get caught up with the chat. Gary, Cryptic, and then we got Street Tacos for 2. I appreciate that. Street Tacos in the house. PNG, thank you, bro. I appreciate the 2. So we got a member request and a super chat. Gary. Yeah, Gari's an older coin, ain't it? Seems like it's been around for a while. Last time we looked at it, it made a new low. Yeah, there's nothing bullish on this. If this is the right one. I don't think it's a Dex Grader coin, but you can see it smacked right into the 236. So it's still bearish. A large wick above, but ultimately that's where it's getting stuck at 0.08. So there is no bottom until you get over 0.08, and then you're not bullish until you get over 2 pennies. If that's the bottom. So from where you are now, if that's the bottom and it does push through, it's a 15x to the 618 retracement to 11. Let's get this off, that off. Is it going to rocket to $9? Probably not. That's 125x from here. But you never know. Half its all-time high. Yeah, I would say if that's the bottom. What is it? What was it? $1.50 almost. Yeah, I mean, if you're lucky and if people are going to buy this coin, 618 retracement like we went over for a 15x up to 11, and if you're lucky, a 786 retracement at 35. That'd be a 44x from here. But it is stuck. PNG. Man, it is warm in here. Pangolin. Pangolin's going to be a good play. We all know this. It already was a good play. Where's our PNG chart? Did I pass it up? Oh, I did. PNG. Yeah, PNG is still stuck in the downtrend here. So it is technically bullish over the 382, but it's still getting stuck. So it has to hold over 11. Excuse me. High to the low. You're over the 236. So yeah, it needs to get over. It needs to stay over 11, 13, and then if it can break through 17, then you'll probably break the downtrend and be bullish at that point. And then hopefully it'll make a run for the 618 on the shorter fib here. A That's an 80% move, so not bad. But yeah, I would say as long as Pangolin holds and we get a breakout from the downtrend here, I think our target is $5 to $6 if it's going to hold up. It doesn't have to go that high because that's almost a 40x. So if Pangolin's going to make a new high, we're just kind of guessing. That's a 40x. That's $6. If it holds up, I do think it's going to go to the 786 at 130 and probably higher than that. So we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, Pangolin's going to be a real good play. It's probably going to have some massive green candles spawn in when it's time. I got to get caught up with the chat here. He says you back in the market yet? I am. I bought ZBCN with a little bitty $200 long position. I don't know if you've been here for the last couple of streams, but I did get in on ZBCN, but it's gone down since, so I'm losing money. So it's way less than $200 now. It is a 3x position long, but it's just I buy it and it goes down. So if it doesn't hurry and go up, I'm going to have to pull that little bit of money out just to pay a bill. So every time I try, it just stops and goes bearish. It just moved 500% in like 48 hours. See, yeah, why can't I get that? I buy something and it goes down that much. What's up, Cater? How you doing, my man? When retire, feels like never. Feels like never. What's up, Rav? A lot of talk on RWA. Ondo is big. Yeah, Ondo's going to be a good one. Alright, let me see. Am I caught up to the chat? Yeah, I think I'm caught up here. Yeah, we got 27 people in here, more than we've had. What's up, Robert? What's up, Peter? I'd take a 12x easy, yeah. Yeah, Proppy's been asked for before. Ondo's going to be a pretty good play this cycle. Ondo, Sui. A lot of these new coins are going to pull Solanas from last time. But yeah, we've looked at Proppy. Yeah, and people keep talking about the RWA, but it's not going to matter, really, in my opinion, once we go up. Because if you're just buying for the RWA factor and you're going to hold, what's the point? And you're not going to sell. You're going to have people not sell. Proppy, high. What do we got going on here? Low to the high. Didn't quite hit that. We'll just move that out of the way so we can see. You're holding over the 382, so over 68. Technically bullish here, but it's doing nothing. It's going sideways like the rest of the market. High to the low. All right, it's holding a 236, so that's their support it's holding right now. It's bouncing off of the 236 at about 75, so over 75 the bottom is in, and bullish over 104. And, I mean, Proppy to a new high is not bad. It's only a 15x from here. So Proppy up to 11.5, $12 possible. There's so many choices. I'm trying to get through these real quick. It's so hot in here. I can't even think straight. AOS. Yeah, AOS is not looking bad. AOS is holding up well. It's still holding the higher lows at least. So it is trying to curl up here. Zoom in really quick. So low to the high. You're over the 382, getting stuck at the 236, 786 area. I mean, it's not looking bad as long as you're making higher lows. Doesn't look horrible. What we'll do is we'll draw from here. Yeah, I got stuck right at the 786. Smacked into it pretty much twice. So it needs to get back over. Your support right now would be 37. It needs to get over 41, and then once you get over 47, it'll probably put in a new high. And if we get a decent little run at some point, short term up to 70 would be a 70, almost a 75% move from here. Other than that, it's stuck below the 786 on the macro. But AOS going to hit a new high? Man, all these charts look exactly the same. So a 10x up to $4, I think is very possible. But as for now, it's going sideways. Let's see. It is stuck at resistance, so you do have the trend, the higher lows intact. So if you're looking for an entry, depends if it happens fast, it could come down to 34, but I would say 37. If it hits 37 in that area with a little move down, because it is stuck at resistance, the 618 and the 786. So as long as that's in play, you're probably going to have the price do this, move down to about 37 or so, and then bounce back up, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, the momentum is down right now. We got Still Rain 75 for 5. I appreciate that. Keeping the dream alive here. What's up, Derek? Let's see. What'd you say? What is that? Doge? AWR? Sad meow? What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that a coin? But we got Still Rain for 5, GRT, and Cody. I forgot about Cody. He said stimulus checks got approved. Did you hear about that? I didn't hear anything about that. And stimulus checks for who? No one told me I was getting money. I'm not that lucky to get money. Would be nice though, but we got to do GRT and Cody. I appreciate the 5. Cody to the moon. And Cody on Coinbase. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get something to drink in a minute. I'm starting to get a headache. I got up super early for work. Worked my ass off today, even though it was only half a day. We worked our ass off all weekend. What is GRT doing here? Move that. I don't know why that's there. Let's pull this over. Let's just zoom out. A lot better to see when we zoom out. Yeah, some of these coins look... sorry to say, some of these coins look horrible. Oh, that's probably why that line was there. It is hitting some sort of a bottom here. Besides this low here, there is some sort of support in this area. So around the 8-cent mark. And it's going sideways, so it's probably the bottom. I really don't have enough time for these coins to start dragging and going down again. And we're not really going down, we're just going sideways. We're just doing nothing. Boring times. It's going to be super boring and bearish, and everyone's going to leave, and then out of nowhere, they're just going to pile in, and we're just going to go. So right now, high to the low on GRT, you're stuck under 10, 8, pretty much 11 cents. Not bullish till you get over 14.5, 15 cents. And that would put in the bottom, confirm the bottom. Macro bullish over 24. As for GRT doing a 77X, nope, probably not happening. That would be your moonshot gamble play. I'm trying to be as realistic as I can for this cycle, because if everyone's going to hold these coins for, 50, 100 X's, that's just ridiculous. But yeah, GRT's an older one. So we'll see how it plays out. There's just so many coins now. If it can hit 60 cents, you're looking at about a 6.5X. If it goes to $1, $1.20, a decent little, almost 13x. I don't know why we have $4 here. So is $4 a target someone's looking for? It's a 40x from here, 42x. But if we draw that line back, you would have to kind of guess it's probably the bottom is in. Especially if we pull it up. You can clearly see the support. What was the other one? Cody. Is it 2 T's or 1 T? Cody. Alright, it is on Coinbase. Yeah, Cody's been around forever. And this thing went to the moon and then died and went one last time. It looks exact. The chart looks almost the same as the last coin we just looked at. Yeah, it's doing the same exact thing. It's hitting the bottom, bottom, bottom. So that's probably the bottom. Like I said, it's just doing nothing. Very boring times. But it's not a bad spot to be buying in. Confirmed bottom over about 6 up to 7, and then bullish over 8, and then macro bullish over 11. But Cody, I don't think I would ever buy Cody. New high on Cody would be $1.50, $1.54, 28x. Probably not happening. I'm looking at these older coins. So maybe this went up to about 40 cents. 40 to 50 cents with a spike up. That'd be a 7x up to, almost a 10x. So maybe you get a 10x out of Cody up to about 50 cents. Pond coin. Pond to the moon. Yeah, haven't we looked at Pond before? Pond. Oh, Marlin. Yeah, we've looked at this before. I wonder why it's not on here. I guess it doesn't matter. Marlin. Is that the bottom? That's the question. Yeah, but how you guys doing on Sunday? You guys having a good day? Yeah, so got stuck at the 0.5, 3, 2, still bearish, still in a downtrend. So as long as you're below macro 14 and then up to 2.5, 1.5 and then 2.5 to be bullish. Short term, let's see. Yeah, you just smacked right into the 236 once again. So even shorter time frames, you're getting stuck at about 1. No bottom until you get over 1, and then 1.3 to be bullish. But it is stuck at resistance, which we're seeing everywhere. But we're just not moving. We're getting stuck and just going sideways. That's what it's been doing for what? Damn, 5 months of sideways. No wonder no one's here. Where's Pond going? We're at a penny. If it can hit a 786 up to 13, that's a 12x. Yeah, it's hard to say where these coins are going to end up, especially, I mean, there's just too many coins now. Technically, I guess if people are going to buy it, I don't know the market cap, but it is a penny. If people are very bullish on this coin and it goes to the moon, a 92x up to $1, 95x. We can all hope. What's up, Mocha Gang? We got Young Elder in the house. Eldor's in the house. I don't think you've been here for a while, have you? You've been missing in action. Fake news. XDB. Let's see, ATH. ATH, all-time high. Man, these coins are just down on the bottom in the dirt. Yeah, if you're buying these coins now, I mean, we're right on the edge of a bull market or alt season, whatever you want to call it. So at some point, like I keep saying, these coins are going to blast out of here. It's just, I need to get in already. It's too bad it's fake news because I would love some money to buy in. Yeah, ATH, it's down below, getting stuck at the 236 under 3.5, bullish over 4, pretty much 5 cents. Once it gets over 5 cents, then breakout over 7. Once it gets over 7, then it's probably running to a new high because that's only a 7x move. So it could probably go higher than that if people are going to buy this coin. So if this is a good coin, maybe get a 1618 retracement, hit 50 cents. Get a 15x. Could be the case. Could be the case. XDB. What's up, JN Crypto? Yeah, I think a lot of people, I agree with you. I mean, a lot of people, the way the market's been going, people are getting scared. So I don't know what crazy people, I'm not calling anyone crazy, but I don't know who out there is going to be holding to 50 and 100 X's because there's no way I could even stomach that. If I get a 5X, I don't know what I'm going to do. If I could get a move on ZBCN right now, that would be awesome, but it's not moving. It'll move once I sell it because I have to pay bills. It's going to move. I guarantee it. Happens every damn time. You're at work waiting to get somewhat richer. Yeah. Yeah, it sucked my day. My day was half a day because that's 6 hours of pay that I don't get today. And I was looking, I needed this weekend's money for bills. So, XDB. That's a good chunk of money out of my pocket. XDB. XDB chain. And I guess we've looked at this one before. It's going sideways. Not a horrible looking chart. It's starting to put in higher lows. Last time we looked at it, it's pumped up just a little bit. I don't know what this is, but if you guys are bullish on it, once it gets over 0.005, you can be macro bullish on it. And then once it breaks the 618 at 3.5 pennies, which that's a large move. So yeah, this may be a good coin. A bull market coin. I mean, if people can buy this coin, I don't know where it is, but just to hit a 618 retracement, 3.5 pennies is a 40x from here. And if it's on some exchanges and this has a lot of people watching it, there's a lot of XDB holders. Accumulation and then to the moon. To the moon, the 618, and then get out. That's not bad. A 40x up to 3.5. So if alt season kicks in, you have a very good shot at getting a 40x out of this coin. It's going to run up here and do a new high. Only no one knows. That is it's almost 1,000x to $8 if this one rockets to a new high. Jesus. That's all I need. ASM is a good scam. Alan says the volume is much better. Yeah, I figured out the problem. You know what? Let me pull this up. So if we go over to Deck Screener, Doge, however you say that. Doge on Sol. Doge on Sol, and what was the other one? Let's see. AWR on Sol and Sad Meow on Ton. Sad Meow. I thought you were talking about crypto analysis. So something sad happened to crypto analysis. AWR. Yeah, anybody got any deck screener coins, go ahead and pile them in. I don't want to have to go back. Oh, come on. Yeah, and let me know if you guys want me to switch the music. It'll get louder, but it won't be so depressing. All right, got a couple of them wrote down. What's up, Hair? Great catching alive again. Yeah, I appreciate you being here. It would be nice to finally go up, because, yeah, ASM, I don't know. Are people going to buy ASM? AMP and ASM. ASM's the one stuck at the 6618. I was thinking of AMP. I think. Yeah, I mean, it's doing the rest of the market's doing nothing. Macro trend is in play. Why do we have this down here? I don't understand. Oh, it's stuck right at... No. What is happening here? This is all backwards. Yeah, what happened to our ASM chart? Yeah, low to the high, it hit the 786 retracement. Put it in a slightly higher low. So that was probably the bottom. It's getting stuck at the 618. So it needs to get over to 2.5 and then bullish over 5. But if you zoom out like this, it doesn't look horrible. So what I'm going to do is, it looks good in that direction. It's just doing everything it needs to do. So it needs to get over 3 to be bullish, breakout over 6. Everything's doing the same thing though. Everything's still making lower highs mostly, except a select few coins on the macro chart. So breakout is over 6.5, and then you can be bullish on it to the moon. Yeah, it's come down since we looked at it. So good scam. So if you think this thing's gonna rocket to a new high, 68 to 70 cents, it's gonna be a 30x. I didn't want to look at ZBCN because it's not moving. It's still macro bullish, just like the other coin we looked at earlier. Man. It just sucks that it's coming back down to 004 again. Maybe even lower, depending on what we're looking at here. It tried to break out and they said no. They said no. TCU bought in, so we're sending it down. Everyone get out. Every time I buy a coin, you guys should just know, get out, short it, because it's going down. It's unfortunate. Can it go up 2,000? Wait, what did you say? Can it go up 2,000%? I would hope it does, but probably not. I think our target for ZBCN is 10 cents from here. Because if my little position, if I don't end up selling because I have to pay something, if I hold just my little $200 position and it hits $1, I think with my leverage, I think it's about 29 grand or something like that. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look. But I think a fair target would be 10 cents, and that's a 20x from here. So yeah. I guess to answer your question, that's a big yes. I think it is. What's up, Dave? Dave Flowers in the house. What's up, Lisa? Yeah, that's ridiculous, Alan. Jerry the Turtle is up 481,000% year to date. So where's the people that made money on Jerry the Turtle? Where are they all at? They're gone. Sato the dog on base. Let me write that one down. Wait, haven't we looked at Sato? What the hell just happened? I don't know why my computer just pasted. Yeah, we've looked at Sato before. Alright, so let's see here. I'm off track. Let's see. How do we feel about XCN? I don't know. I haven't looked at XCN in a while. We probably looked at it on last stream. Yeah, why is my mic noisy? Are you guys hearing feedback? It's probably the fan and the air condition I have on. I cannot turn them off or it's just too hot. Yeah. I mean, it's still stuck. It's still trying to put in higher lows. It's not as bullish as it once was. It broke the 0.5 at 1.4, so that put in play the 1. I think we went over that. If it breaks that, we're not going to be as bullish and it's going to drop, which it is on support, low to the high, where it found support last time. So as long as it stays over pretty much 1, 2, a penny, maybe we get a bounce back up and we're getting a double bottom. So we'll see. I still think XCN is going to go up at some point. It's just, we're just not there anymore. We were bullish for a little bit, and then it's over. Can you imagine if that's it? These coins that pumped, like ZBCN and this one, that was their bull run and it's over. We're going to have a sad little move. But yeah, XCN I think is very likely going to hit 10 cents, so that's no question. It just depends on how low it goes. From where you are now, that's about a 8x. And I would say if it blows through 10 cents and then 20 cents, there's a good chance it's going to shoot to $1, but there's no guarantees. That is that's an 80x, so that's probably not going to happen. But we will see. I mean, if this happens again for a month or 2 or 3, depends on when alt season gets here and how long and how big it is. Yeah, it would be nice to take profits on something. Better off getting into AI stocks now with $500, Sentinel 1. Yeah, if I had $500. VVV has been moving a little. Yeah, a lot of things moved, but a lot of things are just stuck. What are your top 3 100x picks? Psh. Fairy tale. I have no idea what coins can actually 100x. Just take your pick and see what happens. There's just too many coins now. I know there's channels out there that do all these 100x coins and whatever. But the lucky few will get something like that and actually make a ton of money. The rest of us is going to end up going back into the shadow realm and wondering what the hell happened. We're going to go back in and wonder what the hell we did for the last 3 years. Yeah, what's wrong with the mic? It's probably the air. Let me make sure I covered the super chats that came in. I don't want to miss one. Yeah, we're just not there yet. We're bearish. I know this because there's no super chats coming in anymore. I think the last couple of streams it's been like $2, $5 all together. Last stream was $6 and now it's $7. I mean, it's going up, so maybe we're coming back. Yeah, and there's going to be this in there. What's up, Darnell? Simon the Gator on Ethereum. I don't know why that was funny. Yeah, we're going to go over to deck screener in just a moment. Simon the Gator on ETH. There's just too many coins. I don't know what's happening anymore. We took profit and bought SWE and AOS. SWE's a good one. I just can't see myself buying anything that already ran, even though I bought ZBCN, but I wouldn't put a big chunk of money on anything that's already pumped up and it's going sideways. I just can't do it. I'm going to buy something on the bottom going sideways, getting accumulated. What's up, Tate? All in on shipping. Yeah, shipping's very bullish too. I would buy shipping. Shipping's going bullish sideways. Is that the one? Are you the one that keeps saying that? Shipping's going to the moon sideways. Shipping to the moon. But first, we're gonna go sideways for forever. What are we looking at? Okay, I guess we're gonna go over to Deck Screener in just a moment. I gotta go find something to drink. I'm dying here. It was extremely hot at work today. I'll let you guys look at Ethereum for a moment. I will be back in just a moment. And then we'll look at those Deck Screener coins. So if anybody's got a couple more Deck Screener coins, put them up on the thing and we'll look at them. But let's see. Let me go ahead and open up Deck Screener. I don't know, man. I mean, I really want to put some money in on some Solana coins and stuff, but there's so many coins, I don't know which one to pick. All right, we got it up. All right, we're up there. Good. Yeah, you guys want me to switch the music up? What's up, God? Ventus? Yeah, Ventus is a good one. Yeah, it's pumping sideways. Yeah, I think Ventus made a new low last time we looked at it, didn't it? But from what I learned about AVT, it's going to be a good play if it didn't die. Oh, yeah, you're just going sideways. AVT looks good. Coinbase coin that I think is going to perform very well. Yeah, some of these like shipping and AVT and I can't remember any of the others, but some of these coins that I know that are on Coinbase, I really think they're going to at least 10x. You're like almost guaranteed a 10x out of it. A new high on this one takes you up to 21. That's about a 12x from here. I think that's very possible at AVT. All right, with that said, we'll be back on Deck Screener in just a moment. I will be right back. Grumpy says OP. But yeah, I would buy AVT. It's going sideways, just like shipping's going sideways. And shipping, I know I keep talking. I need to go, or sping, as they say. Sping to the moon, sideways. I think Sping has some good returns too. Let's pull that over. Let's just zoom out. Yeah, it's going sideways, but a very good bullish looking chart here. Not bullish, but sideways is what I'm talking about. Yeah, Sping here I think is very good for a 4 to 5 cent 10x move. And then last time people pot onto this coin. So if looking at the chart here, I would say if it pumps fast, get out. If it has a large monthly candle spawn in, let's see the weekly. Oh man. How fast did that happen? Oh wow, did that happen in one day? Oh, wow, it did. Not saying it's going to happen again because there's so many coins. I can't get this to move. Why is this not moving? I don't know why it's not letting me move it. Yeah, there's wicks all over this thing. But yeah, I like shipping. Is it going to 57x, 58x up to 30 cents? We'll see. All it needs is one crazy ass candle to spawn in. Could very well happen. All right, I got to go get a drink. I keep postponing it. I'm getting drier and drier. I'm going to go back into dust and fall back into the shadow realm. But yeah, AVT, very bullish looking chart here. Very good. Needs to get over $2 to put a bottom in. That's where you're getting stuck. Bullish over 285. Breakout is over this $5 range. But yeah, like I said, I think AVT is very good for a 10x play. So $20 to $30 on AVT I think is very possible. So you could get a 17x. I appreciate the 2 God Aventus, yeah. Yeah, I wonder where Slava is. What's up, Dave? How you doing? Yeah, we had almost 40 people in here. Now we're down to 23. We'll lose a few more, but I got to go get a drink. I will be right back. You guys let me know if the music needs to be changed. All right, we're back. All right, we're gonna have to go over to Dex Screener real quick before some of you guys leave. Did we lose anyone? Yep. What's up, Slava, my man? How you doing? Dex Screener, where we at? All right, let me go to Dex Screener real quick and cover these coins. Altcoin Academy's in the house. Can you do treble swap? What is that on? Yeah, you guys got to tell me what these are on. Treble swap and pixels, or however you say that. What's up, Oct? Can you make a prediction on the shorter time frame, like 1 hour? Yeah, you guys got to tell me where these coins are. Let me go over to Dex Screener real quick. Knock these coins out real quick. All right, Dex Screener. We are looking for Dog on Soul. Or Doge, however you want to say it. Yeah, I guess this is it. I don't think we've looked at this one. She's going to 0. Let me fix it. Yeah, how much is this thing up? I can't even, there's no wick down there, so. Alright, you're sitting right on the 0.5 support, it looks like. Broke the 382. I would have to say not a bad spot for this one if this is the right coin. It's hitting this area here. Back test came all the way back down to this 0.5 area at about 2 pennies, and it's holding. That's not a bad spot to be buying in on this one. I mean, it could lose that and go way down, but if it loses that, if it loses this area here, then it's super bearish and it's never going back up. So just be aware of that. So if I had to buy this coin right now, which I don't have the money to, but I could buy it on Sol, this is where I'd buy it, because it's either dead or it's going to go up from here. It's dead or it's only up. And I would have to say it's probably, I can't say that. So if it gets over 2.5 up to, so 2.5 pretty much up to 3. If it's over that, then it's bullish. How big of a move is that? Not a bad one, I'd have to say, and a real good spot to buy in. Once it breaks over 4.5, possible new high would be from here. I don't know where these coins are going to end up, but that's a 6.5, almost a 7x up to 12. So I don't know how high this coin's going to go. A 10x would be 20 cents, but it is in a real good spot. What was the other one? AWR on Sol. I think we've looked at this one. Yeah, all will retire. Yeah, when is I think it's Phantom, because I use Sol and Phantom wallet. When is Phantom gonna do a giveaway again? Depends on how much volume you trade with. Excuse me. But I remember a couple of you guys got a couple $1,000 at one point. I got $100 because I didn't trade that much. But that'd be nice to get a little bit of money back again, just from using their wallet. So this one, from the high to the low, you're still holding the 618. It doesn't look horrible. I guess I should have made these bigger. But yeah, as for doing the 1 hours, that's just too much. I don't know if you guys are looking for just entries on the short time frames, or looking to get out. But if you just, like we do here, we zoom out and just, at this point in the game, there's no point in looking at the small time frames. Now we're looking at these coins, the whole chart, looking where they're going, and just waiting. So this one, if it can pump and hold over the 618 at 204, 3 pennies would be a new high. That'd be a 6x from here. And as I said, I don't know about this coin or where it's going to end up. Can it hit 10 cents? Maybe. So you may get a 20x out of this one. But it doesn't look horrible. I'll draw one more thing on it. And I can't see the chat right now, so hopefully it's not going crazy. But yeah, you're holding over the macro 236 area. So it's not looking, I mean, macro-wise, it's bullish. Doesn't look bad. And you're putting in higher lows. So that's always a positive. What was the other coin? Sad Meow and Ton. But if you guys have been loading up, you guys are going to make it. Sad Meow. How do you even buy a Ton coin? I have no idea. Oh wow, what is this? Sad Meow. She's pumping, but she's getting stuck. Stuck at the 0.5. But yeah, this is what we're looking for in a coin, is down, sideways, and then at some point it's going to go. They don't all have to, but yeah, you got stuck at the 0.5 and you're above the 3.2, so you got to stay over 3015 to stay bullish. If you can do that, 2.6 is the price to beat, and break out to the moon over 4.4. But it did have a little move already, and it already got stuck. So if you bought, yeah, see that, oh man. Depending on where you bought in, but you can see it already did about 7.5, 8x from here. If you're going to hold for a moonshot gamble, new high would be 0.08. Oh, wow. Yeah, depending on where you bought in, it's a 23x up to 786, and if it hits a new high, damn, that's a 200x. Wait, no, it's not. We're looking from the bottom. Well, yeah, I guess from the bottom that would be a 200x. From here, you're looking at a 43x. That's not a bad looking one. Sato on base. Yeah, we've looked at Sato. Ain't that a cat? Ain't that Toshi's brother or something? Sato on base. Yeah, we've looked at this one before. High to the low. Got stuck right at the 382 at 4. Or whatever that is. 5018. I don't know why I said 4. And that was it. So it doesn't look horrible. It's going sideways. Low to the high. We're getting stuck at the 382 right now. So if it can get over 501, it'll be bullish again. And then possibly push back up to that 382 area. But it doesn't look horrible. Let me get this smaller one off. Oh, come on. But it is stuck right at the 236. So 5001 and then 5018 bullish macro-wise, breakout to the moon over 5044. And then just really quick, man, it is hot in here. 50x. So if this one's going to rocket out of here to a new high, 405 would be a 50x from here. But that's what I'm talking about. I just need a couple of coins to buy in on Solana or something and see what happens. All right, Simon the Gator, and then I'll get back over to the chat. Let me make sure we're good. Simon the Gator. Oh, come on. Oh, this looks like it's new. 5 days. Yeah, it's probably going to the moon. Yep. I don't know why you guys ask for these coins. You can't do anything with it. It's bullish. It's going to the moon. If you didn't buy in a long time ago, or when it came out, then it's too late. Yeah, I can't do anything with this. It's just bullish. This is all the way down to the 4-hour candles. So if you bought, congratulations. I guess the only thing I could do would be that. And say as long as you stay over the 2618, you're still bullish. Over 202, 203 is your next target. If I can get through that, it should spike up. Yeah, another 35% to 3, and then top of the fib is a 2.5x up to 006, but it's already gone. It's too late. Well, what happened to my chat? What's up, the how-to turbo? Yeah, turbo's... I don't remember what turbo is, but turbo's a good play for... Excuse me. We'll go over turbo in a minute. Yeah, pick a coin, my man. He says Maple, CRV, Pingu, XRP. Are those what you're holding? Treble swap. Yeah, I think we've looked at treble. I think the ticker's Treb. Yeah, Treb on base. Excuse me. It's been a minute since we looked at it. I'll pull it up. Oh, it's going to 0. This thing's done. Wow. Well, I say that. All right, we're going to have to go back up to the text creator for just a moment. Hold on. Because that could be the bottom on Treb. Toshi, Bonk, Arrow, and ZBCN, my biggest bags. It's not bad at all. You're going to make it, my man. Yeah, Pingu's a good pick. XRP, if you want a little 5x move. Maple already went to the moon. Yeah, I wouldn't buy XRP. I wouldn't buy Maple because it already left. Pingu's a good play. But let me look at treble, and let me put this. Oh, come on. Let me put this on. Wow, my mind went. Oh, turbo. Yeah, I don't know if you were here for the last couple of streams, but I'm bullish on turbo. I think turbo's a guaranteed move up play. Short-term low to the high, you're over the 382, you're putting in, you're bouncing, making the higher lows. Right now, you're below 004, so 0037 is in play. So if you're looking for a good entry, then I would have to say if you get a 3.5 down to 3, depending, another 15% drop would probably be a really good entry point. Because as we've been looking at turbo, we're going to go over to treble in just a moment. I got so much on here. Just looking at the large macro picture for it, it's on the bottom. These are monthly candles, so yeah, I know. So at some point, some kind of move is going to start moving us up and get us all the way back up here. I don't know if that's going to be the bull run move, but if I could buy turbo right now, it's going sideways. It just bounced again. It may drop another 15%. But the macro chart here looks really good. Just to go back to the top of the wedge is a guaranteed pretty much 7.5x. A guaranteed 7x on Turbo. And if it comes up here and then we get alt season and everyone piles in, then it's probably going to shoot up here to 14 to 15 cents. So there's a real good chance that Turbo's a good 30x coin from here. Like, real good chance. Yeah, Turbo's going to be a good play. Pile in and get your 30x. Keep selling whenever I can. You believe they're going to dump the market at some point. It's overbought. We may, I don't know. We haven't dumped yet. We've been going sideways forever. All right, let me bring up the, there we go. So from the high to the new low, we just hit it again on that red candle. That's why I wanted to look at treble here. Treb to the moon. It did this last time. So if this is not the bottom it's on right now, at about 17.5, then it's never going up. There is no bottom. So if it doesn't go up from here, then good luck. But this is not a bad spot to be buying in on this one either. It could always go lower and just be bearish forever. But it's kind of saying the bottom is in. There's a good chance this is going to turn into a large wick again, and then it's going to just start going up from here. There's no guarantees. Oh, man. Yeah. If that's not the bottom, there is no bottom. But the daily stock RSI is down here where it was every time, resetting. So it could go sideways forever, or it could just start running back up. But if I was to have to buy Treb, this is where I'd buy in and just take my chance. It's either going to zero, or it's going to the moon from here. So yeah, not a bad spot. And a new high on this one. It's not a bad move. It's only a 15x from here. That's 16x up to about 280. So probably $3 to get tagged. So a good 17x play on Treb from here. Yeah, how long have we been on here? 72 minutes. What is Wiccacat on? You guys got to tell me what these coins are on. This is going to be, I'm not saying you, but this is going to be a nuisance once we get to where we're going up and people are piling into the streams. New people are going to come in and they're going to be asking for coins, and then I'm going to have to say, you're talking about WKC on Binance? 3 years old? Is that what you're talking about? But I'm going to have to keep repeating, or I'm just going to have to do a poll and then just explain. Yeah, as long as QNT is over 100, it's still macro bullish. As long as you're over 100, you're good. QNT was one of the coins that gave us the sign that the bull market is coming. Yeah, you're still holding bullish over the 3-2. You're still holding over the pattern you broke out of. We were looking at this for a long time, waiting for a monthly candle to finally close out of this thing, which we finally got it, and we've been holding. So bullish over 100. It's only a matter of time before QNT does this again. As long as you're over 100. QNT to the moon. Is it going to hit 5 grand and do almost a 50x? I have no idea. But I would think $2,000 is probably a good target. I mean, it doesn't have to go that high. So I would say 1,000, 2,000. So a 10x up to a 20x, and then moonshot 40x. But it's holding up very nicely. Finally broke, and that tells me bull market is coming. Okay, Wiki's on BNB. Alright, I got it on this thing already. I'll look at it in just a moment. What is Metis? What is Metis? There's nothing going on with XRP, if that's what you meant. I don't know if you meant XPR or XRP. I think it was XRP. Still doing nothing. Doesn't look horrible. High to the low. You're sitting over the 786, still holding. You're potentially gearing up for another move up at some point. Either a triangle or a bull flag, but it doesn't look bad. But as long as you're over 290 pretty much, it's about to get squeezed out of this triangle pattern. So we're getting closer and closer. These are weekly candles, so maybe, I mean, what? Oh, there's 2 hours left on this candle here, so, oh man. Whoever said we're going to be bullish next week may be right. Everyone pile in, we're about to be bullish. Maybe the week after, if we get a candle spawning in here and just kind of holds in here and gets stuck. But this new candle that spawns in could be the ticket. We may be bullish in the next 2 hours. Well, not immediately, but there's going to be a new weekly candle about to spawn in here. And it's running out of room. It's either going to break down or it's going to do nothing. It's either, well, I guess that's all it can do. It's either going to break down, do nothing, or go up. You only have 3 choices. But it's only a 75% move to 5. And then we have that $8 range. 2.5, almost a 3x on XRP, if that's what you need. Oh, God said bull run next week. We may be getting close. I don't know. Or maybe we just finally have a little pump and then they dump us again. So that could be the case, like Slava said, we're about to dump. But first we got to have a little baby fake out pump. It's going to break out 1 week, another week, and then it could happen over a couple weeks. And then it's going to do this, and then bearish until November. Bearish till November. Come on, what are we looking at? Oh. Yeah, why you guys want to look at coins that are already running to the moon? There's nothing I can say on this coin. WikiCat, it's already gone. It's already left. You done missed it. You should have bought in. You should have bought in when it was putting in the higher lows and curling up. Yeah, because that was a good looking chart. Oh, man. Tell me you bought in before it pumped. Because this right here, putting in higher lows, just going up. That's all you had to do was draw that there. She's curling up. She's about to go, and she went. Let's see. So if we draw it there. Yeah, it was bouncing along, holding, and held the 618. Once it broke back and made it a higher high, that was it. Damn. So right now your support is 7098. If it stays over 7098, then you'll get another move up, which is not bad. 90%, so almost a 2x move if it stays over 7098. But don't be greedy. Yeah, because this thing just did a 9x, 10x, depending on where you bought in. Yeah, that's an example of too late to the party. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But yeah, even XRP's kind of telling us that we're getting closer and closer to being bullish. All right, so how long we been on here? What's up, Boo Bear? How you doing? Got a couple people coming back in. Oh, we got 30 people in here. Damn, I don't know if we should stay on or end it. I'm getting tired of talking. Uh, yeah, I hear you, my man. I would love to get some money and get out of crypto. I guess it would be better if I made money, but I haven't made anything. I keep losing money. And I'm about to have to pull the only money I have in back out because everything's awesome. It's nice to have a good bag, and be happy and waiting. I've said that many times. Yeah, we went over PNG before. I don't know why I have that out. Yeah, PNG is definitely going to hit $1. There's no doubt in my mind. So yeah, PNG's definitely hitting $1. Degen. Yeah, Degen's a good play too. It's not moving. Degen's going to be a sleeper, a good play. I don't know when it's going to go up, but it's going to be a good runner. So pile in now while you can, or you're going to cry later. Degen's one of the coins that I would definitely buy. Yeah, whatever this is on Coinbase is not bullish at all. From the high here to the low, it came all the way up to the 2272. Tagged it and it was over. So if it makes a lower low here, then it's going down, back testing. So as long as you're below 8, then this thing's coming back down another 16% drop, and that should be the bottom at 6. 6.5. Wait, what? Epic Cash. Teller. Yeah, if I wasn't so tired, I'd probably end up staying on longer, but we're about to end this because I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. Worked my ass off. Man, the moment I walked in the door today, it was like on, and it was just go, go, go. And I was hoping to have an easy, full day on Sunday, but it wasn't the case. It was 6 hours of just brutal heat. Brutal heat. Yeah, Teller's going sideways. High to the low. Yeah, tagged on 1414. Bearish. You're over the 0.5, so your support is 33. Once you break it back over 50, you can be bullish again. It's going sideways. The whole market's doing the same thing right now. But if it can hold over that and break over the 618 again, 1618, that's not a bad move. If Teller's going to get bought and have a run, maybe the 1618 at 1200, oh, it'd be a 32x. But it's going sideways like the rest. Nothing to see here. Same thing with, we keep looking at Dog and Me and Degen. These coins aren't doing anything. Degen, but yeah, Degen's gonna be a good play. Yeah, I would have to say that's probably the bottom put in. We've seen this so many times where these coins are starting to put in higher lows. We're doing nothing. It's boring. Trends are holding low to the high. You hit the 786 and you're grinding up. You're holding the 618. So once you break back over 204 and then 207, this purple line here, macro 382, then you can be bullish on it. So the time to buy, not financial advice, is now. I honestly don't think these coins have another drop in them. I don't see how they could. On top of that, if we draw from this low to the high, this thing came down perfectly to the macro 786, tagged it, and that was it. Along with this here. So just like those other coins on deck screen that we looked at, before you know it, these coins are going to do this, and then they're just going to rocket out of here. And then it's too late, and then everyone's going to be asking for it. Everyone's going to pile in. And then they're going to hold thinking they're going to get a 20, 30, 40x after it already did a 10x. And then they're going to get left holding, and then it's over. So not financial advice, but if you wanted to buy Degen, now's the perfect time. If it goes to zero, it goes to zero. It is crypto. But there's so many coins that are in very good spots to buy in right now. If you're not focusing on small time frames, and if you're looking to hold to actually make some money in this alt season. So it's now or never. And I say that, and I'm not even in the market. Oh my God. It's now or never. I'm just going to be the one that holds the door from the shadow realm. If you get out, don't ever come back. But if you're like me, you're just going to sit here and we're done. As my son would say, we're cooked. Yeah, and a lot of people are, in my opinion, a lot of people are looking too close at everything, at the market, at the stock market, at what's going on in the world. My opinion is nothing's going to matter. It's not going to matter. When alt season hits, they're going to flip a switch and we're going up. None of the use case, nothing's going to matter. No one's going to give a crap what Ondo does. They're just going to be buying because the big money's buying. What's up, No Whack? How you doing, my man? Haven't seen you in a while. Got No Whack in the house. We're back. No Whack to the moon. Mavia, yeah. Mavia is still bearish. I think it was down below the 236 still. Yeah, I mean, it's doing nothing. It's going sideways. If we start to zoom in, the same thing we just talked about on the other chart. These things are starting to curl up again. And we're not doing anything. Even with the stock RSI drop, I mean, it's still, I don't know. Still bearish on this coin, but as we just saw with some of those coins, like I said, we're just one by one, they're starting to pump. It's that first initial move, pull back sideways for another month or two, and then it's just up only. I do hope you make some money on your gaming coins. So once this thing finally gets over 58, you can be bullish on it. To the moon over $1.80. If it gets over $1.80, then there's a good chance that it'll have a large run. It doesn't have to, just don't be greedy. Damn. Here's a maybe if that's the bottom, which it probably was. Good for a 22x to $4. Is it going to rocket up here to $40? Probably not. That is a 216x, so that's probably not going to happen. But at $4, it's possible. Let's see here. I know I'm missing something. Yeah, when these coins are looking horrible and on the bottom, that's the time to be buying, in my opinion. Especially ones that are starting to curl up. What's up, Joey? Joey's in the house. Yeah, Link is an old coin. Chain Link to the moon. Link, yeah, it's already pumping. Already missed it. Yeah. Yeah, because we've looked at Chain Link. It's doing the same thing. Every time it bounces off of this, goes sideways, and then it goes up. So it is bullish. So if it can hold over 21, then a new high on this is 103. So older coin, 4x move from here. If you bought down here, bouncing off of the trend, making a higher low, then you're looking at more like an 8x. So that's a decent move for an old coin like Chainlink. I know you guys want them to go to the moon, but any old coin, Link, AVAX, Sol, XRP, I would not expect a lot out of them. So if you just need a 2 or 3 or 4 or 5x, then those are your plays. Guess how much MAGA made since the start in January? How much? TIA, I heard someone say. It was TIA. It's at the bottom and put in a new low. Oh, jeez. Yeah, why do we have that locked? Yeah, there's nothing at all bullish on this chart. I'm putting in a lower low and it looks horrible. I guess you could zoom in and say it's starting to curl up down here, but every time it does that, it just dies. Did it here, started doing it here, it's doing it again. The coin that never goes up. So the only thing we can do is, if you get over 250 macro-wise, bottom is finally in. But as of right now, it's either going to repeat history or it's going to be bullish. So it's down below the 382. So right now, short term below 184 is bearish. So it looks like 170 is your support. Any lower, if it breaks the trend again, if it breaks below 170, and you're down here at 160, and if that's not a wick, let's see the daily. Yeah. Still got 2 days left, but if you're down here at $1.60 and you're breaking down and you close, then it's gonna go for a lower low. Is it ever gonna go to the moon? I have no idea. Like I said, there's nothing bullish on it. TIA to 0. But it could be curling up. It just depends on what it breaks through and what it holds. This one to $45 if you're lucky, to 24x. Been in Colorado for the past week. Oh, nice. Did you go visit Slava in Colorado? Slava in Colorado. Sold 20% of your Link today. Been holding since $7. Nice. Hopefully you made some money back. It's just, I got all these coins on my watch list, like Link and AVAX, and which that's the other coin. There's so many coins that I need to roll, that I want to roll over into. Like if just get a little move like that one, like Link just did, and then get a little 2 or 3 or 4x and get out and get onto the other one that hasn't moved. And just rinse and repeat and just rotate. Rotate until I make it. I would probably say a good strat, for me at least, if I had a good chunk of money in the game, buy something like AVAX or Link. I mean, it doesn't look horrible here. You're stuck below the 382, bearish below 25. Breakout clearly if you can get over 50 again. But these coins, like I said, if they do a 2 or 3x, I'm out. I'm going on to the next one that hasn't ran yet. AVAX hasn't ran. A 786 retracement is a 3x. Is it going to hit a new high and hit $300? If we have a big bull run, I mean, this could all change if we have, if we see that the alt season is going to be huge and they're just piling in left and right, and it's just, giving us that vibe of 2017, then these coins may actually 10x plus. But as long as you're below 25, you're not bullish. Oh, we got Crypto Meolysis in the house. How you doing, my man? Yeah. It's been like one live a week recently, so it sucks. It's just, I don't have the time anymore. I don't have the time. It just sucks, man. Working my ass off trying to pay bills, and I'm still not caught up. Because YouTube, there's no one watching the videos. There's no super chats coming in. It used to be on slow days. The super chats would come in, and it would at least be $40 to sometimes $60, a day, just from super chats alone. But that just dwindled down to $2 here, $5 there, and it's just gone. So I have no choice but to work. But yeah, Ondo's a good play. Ondo to the moon. Ondo's, like I said, the newer coins, they're probably going to be the winners. And the newer coins are also a bunch of the new meme coins. They're probably going to be, you could probably put up a list of like 10 coins. Meme coins and regular coins like Ondo, Sui, Toshi, Pepe, Degen. I can't remember what else there is, but those are probably going to be the winners this cycle. Older coins are probably just going to do a little move and it's over. Like Shiba and all the other old coins. There's 1,000 new Shibas out there. Yeah, Ondo's just doing the same thing these coins have been doing. To put in a higher high, higher lows. It's slowly grinding up. And at some point it'll just go up. But Ondo's going to be a good play. Ondo, our target is $20 to $25. So probably a good solid 25x on this one. But these coins we've been looking at forever. We've been looking at them from back here. And at some point they're going to be up here, and then people are going to want to buy it then. Yeah, we did. What's up, Zivit? We did XDB. Yeah, and that's another thing I can't do. We can't be repeating coins constantly during live streams when we're going straight up, because we'll be talking about the same coins over and over and get nothing accomplished. Yeah, we did Turbo already. We didn't do Toshi. Nothing to say on Toshi. Toshi's going to be a good play. It's just, yeah, I mean, it's doing the same. These coins are doing the same thing. So it looks bullish to me. At any moment, it's going to get squeezed and break out of here. If it doesn't break down, which we've seen many times. And we've seen it happen, where you say something's bullish and then it just dies. Don't worry, I'm not going to buy this one, but it is curling up. It is stuck in this pattern. So it looks like you're holding the 0.5. Once you get over the 618 at 3009, it's going to go at that point. And I think we said 2 to 3 cents on Toshi. So a 2.5 cent is a 35x from here. Can't beat that. Toshi's going to be a good play. But yeah, are you streaming tonight, my man? Or today, or did you already? Give me something to watch after the stream. I'm just exhausted. The weekends at work, they completely kick my ass. It's like I get paid to work 12 hours a day to exercise in a hot in a hot truck. Yeah, XTB doesn't look bad. It's going sideways. It just put in a higher low. So it doesn't look horrible. Like I keep saying, if you're going to buy it, this is your accumulation. Before you know it, it'll just start running up. So that's why we look at the macro charts. Not a bad looking chart here. If it's going to go up, now it's the time to be buying in. Because once you get over 1.5, the bottom is in. And once you get over 2.05, it's too late. Yeah, I miss the days of doing this, doing 5 to 10 videos a day and doing 4 to 6 hour live streams all the time. I just don't have the time anymore. The views capitulated. Yes, they did. There's no one here. It's just losing money. Crypto Meolis in the house. Yeah, we did Toshi and Turbo. Toshi's gone to 2 pennies, maybe 3. Turbo's a guaranteed, what did we say, 10x? Turbo, in my opinion, is a guaranteed 10x. I'm very bullish on Turbo now that we redid our chart. 10x on Turbo, and I think it's a 20x is likely to. The fact that we're in that stage of the game, this large wedge pattern here. If you're ever going to buy Turbo, now's the time. It's on the bottom. It tagged it again. Top of the wedge is going to take you up to 3 pennies. 3 pennies is going to get you. Yeah, that's almost an 8x. So almost a guaranteed 8x. It's probably a guaranteed 10x in my opinion. I would not have a problem putting in, if I had like whatever I had, if I had 10, whatever's a lot of money to you, I would put a big chunk in right here and just wait for my 10x, guaranteed 10x. Give me my money. But the fact that we're about to be in alt season, because I remember last time everything just blasted out of here. And if Turbo blasts out of here, you may get a good solid 30x up to 14 to 15 cents. I could see that very likely. Damn. I'd be if I could just put $500 on Turbo in a long position here, I would hold for my 30x with some leverage. Oh man, that would make me so happy. Yeah, if you do 3x leverage, that could get you, what, a 90x. Wow. That looks good for a 90x with 3x leverage. Damn, if I could just somehow get $500. If ZBCN would just pumped and gave me my money. If it would have just went to a little bit target that I wanted it to, it would have gave me $2,000. But it didn't do anything. It took a quarter of the money away and said, no, you can't have it. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. $500 not a lot, but at least I would know I'm getting 45 grand out of it. We got Crypto Meolis for 3. I appreciate that, my man. I appreciate the super sticker. Can't super chat on your phone. We got God for 5. I appreciate that. Super chats are piling in. We're back. Aventus, thanks again. Yeah, weren't you here when we did AVT a minute ago? But I appreciate the 5. I'm trying to I can't get the chat to move right. We'll look at Aventus again. Oh, no, you're not streaming today? Okay, I gotcha. It almost gets to where there's no point, man. But there is some super chats coming in, so I do appreciate that. I'm going to do my best to stream tomorrow and the next couple of days I'm off. I'm not going to be at the house, so I'm going to have to take all my stuff with me. But I'm going to just try to stream because I need to. But it's just like I work all the time. AVT, yeah, we'll do AVT really quick. But we've already done AVT. I do like Aventus. I do believe they have all their coins out, so AVT is going to be a good play, and it's going completely sideways. You're still down below the 236, going sideways. So once you get over 2, bottom is in, 285, you're bullish, break out to the moon over 5. And then AVT from where we are now, I mean, now's the time to be buying. These coins could still go sideways and drop, but if you look on the macro chart, they're not doing anything. We've been going sideways for, what, a month now? Hell, we've been going sideways for 6 months. Oh yeah, we went over this earlier. $20 to $30. So anywhere from a 12x to about a 17x on AVT is very possible. AVT and shipping, I think, are going to be surprises. And that's just a good looking chart to me. We got Steve for 20. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. That's the biggest super chat I've had in forever. All year, probably. I appreciate that, my man. Steve Livingston for the win. For the grind. I appreciate that, my man. When there's been no super chats at all, really, $20 looks like $1 million right now. Yeah, it is brutal. I appreciate that a lot, my man. Yeah, did we ever figure out another moderator? We're running out of time. I don't know if Silver can handle it all. What's up, Undead? Hope you're good. It's CD. How you doing? Why'd you change your name? Yeah, you guys can't be changing your names because when we go up, I'm not going to know who you are until after the bull run. You can change it when we get into the bear market. CD's in the house. Yeah, we haven't heard from Dave Lark in a while, or Kura. I don't know if they're hanging out in the shadows. Yeah, let's see if my man's here. Is Joseph in the house? Joseph, you hanging out watching? Just say hi. Joseph. Yeah, whatever happened to Big Willie? Yeah, we may be setting up for a pretty good run. I hope that's the case. Yeah, I'm trying my best to hold ZBC in with my little investment, but by this coming Friday, if it doesn't pump this week, I'm gonna have to pull the money out. I have no other way around it. I just don't have enough money right now to pay all the bills that I have to pay. I got truck payment and insurance coming up, and if CBCN doesn't pump for me, then that $200 has to come back out to pay insurance. It is what it is. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I heard about that. That unlocks the 15th of every month. I don't. If it's not a big amount, which it's got to be a ridiculous amount to have to bother it, but I don't think so. It's just a waiting game. knows the feeling. Yeah, especially 20 bucks. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember the most when we were. I think it was last year when we were bullish. Couple of different people sent $100 super chats. I think that's the most I've ever gotten. I did get a Cash App. Oh no, I got Tether from my man. He actually sent me $500 in Tether, and then I bought XCN. FOMOed into XCN, and then it just went to zero. $500 down the drain. But that's the biggest donation I've ever gotten. That was from my man Cha. Cha for the win. Oh, we still got 36 people hanging out here. He says donate plasma. How do you do that when you're scared of needles? How often can you do that? They give you $200. You can only do it once a month. He said donate plasma. Do everything you can to get into the market. I thought someone say SWE. But yeah, I'd have to say it's been a good stream so far. We covered quite a bit. Some deck screener coins. Actually got a couple of super chats, which is very nice. I appreciate you guys. Oh, excuse me. I can't wait till we're going vertical and people are making money left and right. Then we'll see what kind of super chats come in. And then maybe I can FOMO into a green candle while we're going up. SWE. Holy crap. Yeah, SWE's going to be a good play too. It may pull a Solana. If SWE is the next Solana and it pulls a Solana, you may get a 60x out of this thing. But 30? Oh yeah, 30 bucks is easy on SWE. That's only a 10, not even a 10x. I would say 100 bucks for a 30x on SWE. And it's got that chart. It's starting to curl up here. It's going to go to the moon before you know it. These are weekly candles, so I mean we're already mid-August, so we got like three. Oh man, I don't even want to think about that. We got like 3 months. I got 3 months to get in. Less than 3 months, because 3 months from now it's maybe over. Damn, maybe over. We got like 2 months to get in. But yeah, hold on. He said just don't look at it. Just don't look at it. You can't find XDB? What you mean? We looked at it again after you said it. It's stuck at the 236, so it's bearish. It's where it's getting stuck every time. So hopefully you're paying attention. XDB for like the third time. It's still, I mean, it's getting accumulated. It's stuck at the 236. So as long as you're below 308, the bottom is not in. Still could go down, but this is accumulation. Bullish over 202. But it is at resistance. And if it wakes up and runs to a 618786 retracement, 25x up to 2 pennies. So 1 penny, 2 pennies is your target. 10x to 20x. All right, but we're gonna end it, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. We got Christo, member. Hi, can you check Centrifuge and Farwa, please? What are those? What are the tickers? Yeah, you guys got to give me tickers, not the name. Yeah. That's what I was saying last time, Malice, is that the most bullish days of going completely vertical are going to be on the weekend, on days I work, and that's going to suck. Because then I'm going to have to get off my 12-hour shift and I'm going to have to live stream at night. Centrifuge. Let's see if we can find this coin. CFG. See, isn't that much easier? Just say CFG. There's nothing bullish on it. It is in a downtrend. High to the low. Stuck at the 382. So it's still technically bearish below 34. Bottom is in over 21, but you are putting in lower lows and you're stuck in this downtrend here. That's why you're getting stuck where you're getting stuck. Well, now let's see. Maybe you did break it. Maybe you did break the downtrend. So maybe it's in a good spot now. But it has to get over 34.5, 35 cents to be bullish. And as for centrifuge to the moon, see what kind of damage it can do. Holy crap. Oh. If you think it can hit $6, that's a 22x. I don't know what this coin is, but moonshot, alt season, 22x to 6. Now we got to stream a few days a week when it happens. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, if we're going up during the week, well, I'm gonna have to stream. There's no way I'm gonna miss that. Not only for the fact that I've been telling you guys for years, for you guys that have been here for a long time, but I've been telling you guys for years that I'm gonna be here. We're gonna be here when we're going vertical, and it's something we've been waiting for a very long time. So for me to be in the position I am right now and not be able to do it when we're months away, just that's not gonna fly. So we got to be here, and not only that, I mean, not keeping my hopes up or anything, but there's a lot of people on the channel that have told me over the years that when they make it, they're gonna send some pretty good super chats. So we will see what happens. But I do want to be here for you guys, especially you guys that have been here. And this is gonna be fun too because there's gonna be so many people piling in here with dumb questions. Silver's going to be busy. He's going to be banning people left and right. We got Nowak for 10. I appreciate that. He didn't say anything. I appreciate the support, my man. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I would love to go to Colorado someday. I've never been to Colorado. But I appreciate the 10. Wow, we actually made over $10 on the stream today. Maybe we're back. Oh, the 10 is for doing what you do. For everyone here, like you said, once we go vertical, the super chats will follow. Yeah. People will pile in and the super chats will follow. I remember, you guys remember when XCN was going vertical and all the XCN move boys piled in? Just imagine all the coins out there with all the people that are going to be piling into YouTube and live streams trying to figure out when to sell, when to do this. They're going to come out of the woodwork. They're going to open the door one time from the Shadow Realm. Everyone's going to pile out, and they're just going to scatter like roaches, and they're going to be trying to figure out what to do. A lot of them won't make it. A lot of people are going to get squished. A select few will make it out. But there's going to be so many of them, you won't be able to stop them all. What's up, Flip Coins? How you doing, my man? We got Flip Coins back in the house. How you been doing? Been missing you. You will get your money back at some point. Thank you for the live stream. I appreciate that, my man. Yeah, 118 minutes so far. I don't know if I'm going to keep going or not. Maybe we'll go on until 6. A couple of super chats that came in kind of revived me. But you know the feeling, my man, when you're talking for an hour or two and people are just wanting coin after coin after coin after coin, and there's no super chats coming in, and there's just nothing happening. It's like, what am I even doing here? But I appreciate you guys, and if you guys that are loaded up are gonna make it. Where's the beast at? Where's the beast? The beast in the house. Yeah, we still got 25 people hanging out in here, so. Oh, we got flip coins for 10. I appreciate that, my man. Man, I can't wait till you guys make all your money. Yeah, what are you holding, Meolysis? I know you don't have OXT anymore. Are you just all into Bitcoin? What is your coin you're holding now? There's got to be something you're buying. Just buy Turbo. Go all in on Turbo. Not financial advice. Because like I said, I do think Turbo's a guaranteed, what did we say, 15 to 30x. I think definitely a 10x and get out. So depending on what money you have to put in, you're going to get a 10x out of it. Arrow targets, please. I appreciate the 10. Yeah, see, this is how it used to be back in the day. Like I said earlier, there would be $40 to $50 to $60 in super chats during the 4-hour live stream or however long it was, 2-hour, 4-hour, whatever. But it kind of made it a little bit worthwhile. But yeah, I can't wait to get back to the 4 to 6 hour streams. If I make it, I mean, maybe we'll do a 24-hour stream one day. That would be something fun to do. Just like get a bunch of coffee and snacks and just stream for 24 hours while the market's going straight up. Yeah, Turbo is a good one. But Arrow for flip coins. Arrow. Yeah, Arrow's another good one oh, she's pumping? Oh, man. It may not happen overnight because we're looking at the weekly chart, even the 3-day chart. This looks like it's about to go vertical. If this thing breaks over 150, this thing may take off. But this is exactly what we're looking for, my man. The bounce off of the trend, higher lows, curling up. We just saw a coin do this. I think it was on Dex Screener. Whatever we looked at, and we were like, man, why didn't we look at it right here? Why didn't you buy in here? Because it's all the way up here now. Just keep in mind it can still pull back because we're always bearish. So, yeah, but that's a pretty big drop. That's a 28% drop back down. It could be the case, the next week or two we could be still, but I'm saying the overall chart here. So as long as you're over 105, you're alive. Once you break over 150, I think this thing's going to blast to the moon. And it's either going to run up here with a large green candle. That's a 3x, so that's not bad. But I do believe $20 to $25. But our target's here. That's a 14x, so we may get a $35 arrow plus. That's almost a 25x. But she is curling up, looking like she's about to go. It's just, we've seen that so many different times where it's just up. You just wake up one day and there's a large green candle that spawned in, already forming a wick, and you already missed out selling. What do I think about Epic Cash? What is that? It depends on the chart. I don't think anything of it. What is the ticker? I guess we've looked at it. Maybe. Oh, that's Bitcoin Cash. Epic Cash. I guess this one? because there's an epic chain and an epic cash. So this is, oh, it's bearish now. And it's smacked right into, it looks like the 0.5 or something. I know the 618. 0.5, 618. Oh yeah, it did smack into the 0.5. It wicked above, smacked into the 0.5, and they said no. So as long as you stay over 32, you're bullish. Got to get back over 40, and then no bull run until you get over 50. Once you get over 50, then maybe you'll have a run up. But if you got to hold the 382, I don't know what this is, but a new high on this one up to $1.64. It's a 4.5x. I don't know what this is. Epic cash. I guess we've never looked at it, so I've never heard of it, so no one's buying it. Oh man. Epic cash for the win. Oh, we're making moves. Yeah, I mean, I just need a good chunk of money. There's so many coins I would buy right now. Like, so many coins I would buy. At least I would have the feeling of knowing that at least by the end of the year, wherever it's going to be, that at least I'm going to have some decent money in my life. Everything else is crap. Hold on, I got a text. We got Robert for 5. I appreciate that. I appreciate the super chats coming in today. Damn, we keep getting super chats in here. I'm gonna make more money than I did at half a day at work today. What's up, Ugro? What's up, Antonio? Yeah, whatever happened to Alex? Alex, are you hanging out? Yeah, whatever happened to Alex, man? Alex and Patrick. I know Alex has been grinding away in Dallas. Hope he's okay. ETH, TA, please. Want to get your opinion. ETH, Ethereum. It's bullish. I mean, we've been saying that ever since we were back here getting stuck. Once we broke that, and I was telling you guys, once it gets back over this previous trend and we get over the 786, it's bullish at that point, and that's exactly what it did. Same thing with ETH here. ETH it died. It put the bottom in as what's his name says. Ethereum went home, and now it's time to venture out into the bull market. It's only a matter of time before this thing goes up and we start having alt season. We're real close. So it needs to break that 4.8 level. The only thing I would say on ETH, I do appreciate the 5, is it's in a good spot. Like I said, we've been saying that. Depending on where you want to look at this at, as long as you're over, what is that, 360? But then we'll even pull it up even short term. Let me fix this. Just zooming out and just looking at the overall. Yeah, as long as you're over 39.70. I mean, it depends on the time frame. Well, we'll even go shorter. So 39.70, yeah, here we go. We found it. So low to the high, you're sitting perfectly on the 236 support. So you are bullish over 40, if I can get that to stay. But yeah, you're sitting right on the 236 at 44. 44.26, bullish. So it looks good here. sitting on support. That's what you want to see. And then, of course, zooming out, I still think Ethereum's going to probably 10 grand. I mean, that's not a large move at all. That's only a 2x from here. Because I know there's been people 6 to 7 grand. It's going to be a lot, but I think 10 grand is on the table. So when we have a large green candle spawning in all the way up here past 7, 8 grand, that's when alt season's going to take off. But hopefully that helped. It's high to the low. It held the 786. We got back over the trend. I believe, no, I don't know. Maybe we did come down to the 786. If we drop there. Nah, pretty much a 618 bounce. But Ethereum is not bad. These coins, everything looks like it's about to go up. I say about to, but we're on the macro chart, so it's only a matter of time, a month or two, and then we're going to go straight up. No one knows when that's going to be. But Ethereum is bullish, and it's holding bullish support. Ethereum to the moon. I don't know what you guys hear about Ethereum, but I hear people lowballing it. I do think it's going to probably hit 10 grand. Ooh, if not more. How many people we got left in here? Oh, we still got 32 people. But yeah, once we see these people come back into the streams they used to be here, just like you guys supporting the channel all the time, they disappeared. What's up, the saying 97? How you doing? Have my drinks out. You guys can hear my throat. Yeah, let me go. I'll be back in a couple minutes. But I guess we'll stay on here for a little while longer since it's going better now. We've been 2 hours on. Wow, we got Carrie Ann in the house. Carrie Ann's back. We're bullish. We're back, everyone. Carrie Ann for the win in the house. Got some people showing back up. They're getting ready. Yeah, your patience is going to pay off. I'm not in the market. You need this rally so bad. Been holding onto my investments for months while struggling. Yeah. See, I can't even get into the market because of my bills. Too many bills. Too many things that just suck the money out of my wallet every time I get paid. Like, I get paid Friday, but it's all gone plus like $500 that I don't have, so I don't even know what to do. It is what it is. Just trying to grind away and make it. But yeah, Carrie Ann in the house. I hope you make it. Just gotta hold tight. We're almost there. Almost there. I think a 10x from the lows to ETH tops, but I sold already. You talking about this low? Well, as long as if you sold and you made profit, don't look back. If you're up, yeah, it's not that much. But there's no question. I know a lot of YouTubers and people was saying that when ETH was going down, that there's no bull market, it's over, we're never going up. And now look at us. I've never for once believed that there's no alt season and no market. And we're seeing that all over the place. We're about to go straight up, everyone. All you guys are going to be rich. Just almost there. Just got to hold out. I disappeared. I found crypto futures community and helped me stay sane. Couldn't handle all the TAs anymore. No, I understand. It gets to me sometimes too. That's why there's no point in looking at smaller time frame. When we do the larger weekly and monthly, we do a lot of the monthly now. We're just trying to see the macro picture of what's going on. And I think we got a good picture of what's going on. So we're you guys have been getting ready. So yeah, I hope you make it, Carrie. There's a lot of people that have gone, that left, never came back. I still think the top's going to be in November sometime. And these charts curling up, Ethereum's starting to move up, Bitcoin's still bullish, Ethereum's bullish. So many charts are holding up very well. It's only a matter of time before we go up. Keep in mind, we're doing nothing. We haven't really dropped. Everyone's bearish, but we're doing nothing. We're going sideways. So we could go sideways for another month or two, and then October, November, we're going to go up, I think. Maybe midway through October, we start going. Coins start leaving one at a time. And then somewhere in November, everything's just going to go. One last push to the upside, and then it's all over. So if we're bullish, and things are just going in November, we're going to be here, and I'm going to be like, I'm getting out. It's over. But I just got to get back in, so it could be over, or I'm going to be stuck here forever. I don't know. The way things are looking right now, it looks like any moment. I say moment, but what are we on? Monthly candles? These coins, we've seen some of the coins on Deck Screener that had this same look to where they were putting in higher lows. I don't know if you were here earlier for the stream, but we were looking at one coin as a good example. And we said, why didn't we buy it here? It's bouncing, making higher lows. It looked very bullish, curling up, just like Ethereum's doing here. Before we know it, it's just going to be a weekly, monthly candle, and we're going to be all the way up here at 7-8 grand, and then 10 grand before you know it. And then all the other coins are just going to take off. And then if you're not in, it's too late, but we're getting very close. Just think, August is halfway through. September, October, November. We got 3 months left and it's over, in my opinion. I don't know, it could be early, could be a little bit later, but we're getting very, very close. Alright, so since I didn't go get another drink, I guess we're going to end it here. I do appreciate you guys coming in. ZBEC is 10 cents. We'll end it on the ZBEC network. That's the only coin I hold right now. I need it to pump because I've lost money on it already. And I can't afford to lose anymore because I'm going to have to pull it out by Friday to pay a bill. And then I'm completely out again, which happens all the time. But it's coming back down to the 004 level, it looks like. But how high can it go? I think $10 is a very fair price. Not $10, 10 cents. Damn, $10. So a 20x from here to 10. If I could somehow not have to sell and hold my position, if it somehow goes to $1, then I would make it. But I think 10 cents is fair. 20x, maybe it goes higher than that. But that's a good fair target. I think anyone would take a 10, what did I say, a 20x? I do think 10 cents is very fair on ZBCN. I think that's the good target. So if it's at 10 cents, you may want to get out. Hell, I'd probably end up selling at like 9.5, 9 cents just before everyone starts selling. But I would like it to pump now. At least a leg up would be nice because you do have the higher lows and we do have the lower low on the stock R side. So we do have macro weekly bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence, even though we're about to cross bearish again. That's because we're coming down. But this is telling me that before we know it, it's going to spike up again. So maybe it spikes up past a penny and a half, we hold, and then we go vertical up to 10. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. I would really like it. I mean, God, it's coming down. How much did I say? Another 15% drop? I don't know if I could sit through a drop on this thing because that's going to take all week. Oh yeah, we're about to have the weekly candles end in an hour. Yeah. It's going to come down here and do that again, and then we'll finally get that rally up, and then it'll go and then it's over. So yeah, 10 cents. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in here. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I hope we do pump up there to that penny, penny and a half range, and then we go sideways again for a while, and then it's up only from there. But yeah, I'll try to stream tomorrow. I appreciate you guys being in here. As always, none of this is financial advice. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good luck. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.